Get some work done, chat. Get some work done. Let's get some work done. 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. work. What's good, everybody? What's good, Jeremy? What's up, Spike? What's up, Ada? What's up, Metis? Hope I said your name right. What's up, Michelle? Dylan, Marvin. Chunks, Zena, Yes. So what's up with y'all, bro? Don't worry about it in the chat, man. Um, let's get into my breakdowns, bro. So yesterday we're looking at buys down here with this break retest. We got the break retest, kind of missed it, so we never got entry here. We're still waiting for the same option on GU. Looking at gold, we're waiting for the break retest down here. This retest failed. As you can see, price is now coming down into these lows down here. So may have missed out on this opportunity here. Now we're in a 4-hour retracement phase. Let's see how deep this retracement can go. So yeah, we're still looking for these buys off of this area down here on gold. Not really looking to take that today though, so we're gonna unbookmark this. Looking at GJ, looking for sales off of this area. We already have a break and retest, but now we just need confirmation of the concession. This looks good to take. I like that better than I like GU. ADUSD. Same trade I did from yesterday. Break and retest of this area. We got the break. Now we finally got the retest. So we're looking to take some buys here. Based off our 5-minute time frame. Looking at US 30. Again, we waiting for sales down here, US 30. Those risky sales, I thought it was. Yeah, it was risky sales. So I'm not really open to taking that actually still. If we go to ignore that, NAS 100, we're looking for a break retest of this area. Where you got the break retest is happening now. Nowhere near current price. So not really too worried about that. USD. Break retest continuation. So we got the break, then we have the retest right now. We could have some potential buys here. Or potential buys here. Either one of those. So let's bring this higher. GPCHF looks trash. Everything else looks trash. So tonight I am looking at AU for my number 1, GJ for my number 2. And NDDSD for my number 3. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at today. Let's go. So I'm looking at buy the break of this high up here on AUD. That's pretty much it for today. Hey, Crypto Glue, thanks for the likes on the stream, bro. Yeah, this song's some shit, and this song long as fuck. Got a buy stop here, bro. Buy stop. We'll set a buy stop at the break of this high. 7 pip top loss below these overall lows down here. Then we can look to target the top of the range for our first target, and then we have a bigger target. Oh, actually, let's go 7 pick for our TP1. And $15-minute candles. This is the 15-minute chart, yes, but my entry is based off really the 5-minute. I'm just looking at 15 minutes, so I don't have to look at so many fucking candles like being mad small. But I enter on a 5-minute chart, so I actually based off the 5 minute, but I'm just looking at it on a 50 minute, so I don't have so many candles on my screen, and I have so I don't have to be so drawn out, like zoomed out. So yeah. Thanks for the crown. Thanks for the gift to L33T.
In the chef traverse, you never drive alone. One standing safety and driver assistance features go with you. For peace of mind, everywhere you turn. Chevrolet, together life drive.
We're at FOMC today. My boy keep telling me about. Is it? I have no idea what that is, bro. I mean, you can, but it's not sustainable over a long period of time. So technically, you can. Yeah, Mike. Technically, you can, but the odds of making money that way over a long period of time are very slim to none. Right? You're better off just going to go play the games at the casino at that point. Do you place your actual trades on TradingView or do you use them to view the chart? I use TradingView to view the charts and I place my trades through prop firm brokerage. So to Trade Locker. This song fucking sucks, bro. How the fuck does Boss Man Dilo get rich, bro? You got that one hard song. Jesus Christ, every song after this ass as fuck. What's the most you've made off of one trade? I'm not telling you that information, bro. I don't I don't talk in dollar amounts when I explain my perspective of trading. I talk in percentage gains because dollar amounts will always change. Percentage gains never change. So I could tell you the most percentage I made off one single trade. Um, from my highest risk to reward gain on one trade. So the reason why I don't talk dollar amount when it comes to trading for new traders because new traders come into the game and expect my kind of results based off of their trading as a new trader when they don't have the experience or the knowledge that I have as a trader. Right? I don't want to give new traders false hope thinking they're going to come in this market making a lot of money because that's may be what they see on the internet, right? And that's not the reality of trading. So when I say I talk percentage gains and not dollar amounts, meaning the percentage of your overall account. So if you got $100 account, you make 1%, you made $1. You got $1,000 account, you make 1%, you made $10. If you got $100,000 account and you made 1%, you made $1,000. So I talk in percentage gains, not necessarily on dollar amounts. That way, the 1% is 1% no matter what size the account is. Just the dollar amount will change based off of what that 1% is, but it's still overall being 1%. What as a new trader, once you understand that and you focus on percentage gains on the account and not necessarily chasing the big dollar figure days, then you will detach yourself from that money aspect of trading. What is your daily percentage goal for your account? Have you heard of the 5% drip method? No, I don't know what the 5% drip method, but I don't have a daily percent goal. I have a trade limit, meaning 1 to 2 trade a day. So however much I make on that one trade, That's how much I make. I don't care what it is. I'd rather be in the green than to chase a percent goal and end up over trading or revenge trading or things of that nature. So every day is not going to be the same. Some days I'm going to make 3%. Some days I'm going to make 2%. Some days I make 1%. Some days I'm going to make 0.5%, right? It doesn't matter to me. As long as I win on a day, I don't really care. Wins compound over time. So I don't chase a specific percentage gain on a day. I just try to go into the market, take a trade, and win.
Baby.
What are you looking? What are you looking for right now? Right now, I am looking for price on AUD/USD to break above the 0.66785 area. Then I'm looking to execute on some buys here. Stop loss below these lows. Anticipating that we can have a break and retest of this overall major key level on the 1 hour time frame for price to continue higher to retest the previous highs. Looking on the 1 hour time frame, as you can see, price is already making new highs, new higher highs. I'm just trying to continue this overall bullish momentum. As you can see here, we have clear higher highs and higher lows. We had a break, now we're having a retest of this previous high to look at the left hand side. I'm anticipating that we come up and retest these highs right over here. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Just buy continuation on an AUD/USD. But first, I'm waiting for this buy stop to get triggered. Haven't got triggered yet. Do you usually trade at night? Yeah, so I trade during London session. London session starts at 3 a.m. But if the trade looks good enough to take during pre-London that starts at 1 a.m., I will take pre-London trades. You mentored, bro? No. I'm thinking about launching a mentorship though, because hella people ask me to mentor, but I just don't. Just because I don't want to take the time to do it, and because I don't have as much footprint. I don't have as big of a footprint in the trading industry, so I never really looked into mentoring. But I am thinking about starting a mentorship. How long have you been trading? I've been trading for almost, at the end of this year, will make 5 years. So a little over 4 years now. I've been consistently profitable trading for the past 2.5 years. But total trading, when it comes to learning and actively trading, like in a nutshell, almost 5 years. Hey Mike, if you do want to join my Discord to where like I live trade and things of that nature, and I do one-on-one coaching in my Discord as well, once a week. If that's something you're open to joining, and I do the one-on-one coaching in my Discord for free, like I don't charge for it. If that's something you're interested in, just send me a message on TikTok, and then I will send you the link to my Discord community. But as far as like a mentorship, like all of the value that I put out on the internet, as far as TikTok, YouTube, stuff like that, I do it all for free. Like I'm not charging. Like I don't have any paid services or anything like that. And so just send me a message on TikTok, and I will see the link to the Discord. I can show you what the Discord looks like. All right, this is my Discord server right here. Here you have announcements when I do go live. Because I not only do I live stream on TikTok, I live stream on YouTube as well. As you can see here, this is my YouTube channel. Looking here, if you go to live, and you can see any of my past broadcasts where all my live trades, right? This is from yesterday. Well, not that. This was from yesterday, whatever. But all my past broadcasts is all up here from however long I've been trading. Well, live trading. If I explained something on the TikTok live that you didn't quite understand or you wanted to rewatch or revisit it, you can go on the YouTube and go to this tab and then rewatch the past broadcast. That's the point of that. But this is where I announce when I'm going live. We have a general chat room where whenever I do my one-on-one coaching, I will send in the general chat room a poll. I will send a poll like where's that? I would send a poll like this: who wants a one-on-one free session? You just vote on the poll, yes or no, me or not, or whatever. And I would just pick a random person out of the poll to do a one-on-one coaching, and then I will book that one-on-one coaching session based off of whatever time works for you individually. But it has to be on the weekend. Other than that, in the general chat room, I do like if I enter a trade, I close early or whatever case may be, or something like that, or I'm managing my trade, I'm not on live stream, I will update it in the general chat as well. Also have trade ideas for you individually. If you have something that you want to mark up or you want me to review or just other people to review, send me trade ideas and that's where I'll review. Member profits, so if you take my trades and whatever and you want to screenshot your P&L, just go ahead and send it in here. Desk setups, trading memes, daily setups, trading psychology. So I post psychology tips as well to get your mental right coming into trading week. Risk management tips, strategy, and I do give homework on my YouTube videos. But my YouTube, may do like a price action breakdown or something like that. I will leave a homework lesson at the end of it, and then whenever I do leave the homework at the end of the video, you will submit your homework here. So I may tell you draw levels in a 1 hour time frame, whatever it may be, depending on what I'm explaining in that video. But you would submit the homework here. And here is overall Q&A. If you got questions you want to answer, questions that you want me to answer, whether it's in the live stream or a whole separate YouTube video about, just comment that here, and then that's how I'll get to that as well. But that's what my Discord look like. If you're interested in joining my Discord, send me a message, and I will send you the link. Discord community is free. So if I wanted to follow your trades as I'm still learning, would I be able to? Yeah, just join the live streams. I take every trade I take on live streams. I don't take any trades off live stream. If I do take a trade off live stream, I will update the Discord saying that I'm in this trade like that. But yeah. At what point in the 15-minute candle do you know to start your trade on the 5-minute candle? So I don't really use the 15-minute chart. The time frames I use is a daily, 4 hour, and 1 hour, and I enter on the 5-minute. The only reason why you see the 15-minute chart up here now is because if I look at the 5-minute, I would have to zoom out mad far just to see the overall price action. Right? It's too many candles here. So I don't want to be zoomed out this far and look at these small bodies, like how small the candlesticks are. So I'm looking on the 50 minutes so I can see less candles and be a little bit more zoomed in to see more detail. But this entry is based off of the 5-minute, and I use buy stops and sell stops. So for this trade idea, I could give you a breakdown of what I was looking at before I actually set this trade, because I'm not triggered in yet. This is how I trade. I'm a directional bias trader. Before I go get into the trade breakdown, I'm going to show you as a diagram of how I trade. I'm a directional bias trader. I'm an intraday trader. I hold trades from roughly 4 to 7 hours, right? Me as a trader, my job is to predict how the daily candlestick will close. I'm trying to catch the whole move of the day, not just the move of the session. Understanding that I use the lower time frames to predict how the daily time frame will close. So my daily time frame is bullish, and we're making new highs on the day time frame. My 4 hour time frame is bullish, making new highs on the 4 hour time frame. My 1 hour time frame is bearish, making new lows on 1 hour time frame. I would simply just wait for my 1 hour time frame to shift bullish alongside the daily and the 4 hour already being bullish and look to take buys. I wouldn't look to take sells on that 1 hour time frame, counter trend to the overall 4 hour and daily. I'm a higher time frame directional bias trader. I wait for the lower time frames to go in confluence with the higher time frames, and that's how I execute my trade. Okay. So first thing I do when I come to my chart, I look to see if we're making new highs and new lows on the daily time frame. As you can see, this is the daily time frame right up here. It's very clear as day we're making a new high. How do I know? Because this overall impulse move up took out this previous high to the left hand side, letting me know that we are making a new high. So new high just means buyers are in control. Then I'll do the same thing on a 4 hour time frame. Turn into the 4 hour time frame, do the same exact thing. Ask myself, are we making new highs or new lows? 4 hour time frame, we're making new highs. How do I know that? It's very, very, very simple. This push up broke above these previous highs to the left hand side. That's how I know we're making new highs. Very, very simple. Then I go to the 1 hour time frame and do the exact same thing. Ask myself, are we making new highs or new lows? We're making new highs. How do I know that? Because this impulse move up, broke above these previous highs to the left hand side and never rebroke the low. that made that new high. This was the start of the push that made that new high, and price never came down to take out this low. So technically, we are in a retracement phase of an overall bullish market that is making new highs. So now that I understand that the daily time frame is bullish, 4-hour time frame is bullish, and the 1-hour time frame is bullish as well, I'm only looking for opportunities to buy. So my POIs, or my point of interest, or my AOIs, or my AOEs, areas of execution, all of those mean the same thing. I'm only looking at levels to buy off of. I'm not looking at any potential sell opportunities just because the buyers are pro-trend, meaning you have a higher chance of winning off the buys rather than the sells, just because you have more time frame telling you to buy rather than telling you to sell. So at first I went for a break and a retest. So we got the break at first. Now we finally got the retest into these previous high structure, right? Knowing that price never goes straight up or straight down, and price likes to form these higher highs and higher lows. A lot of times, once price make a new high, it likes to pull back to this previous high before continuing in this overall bullish momentum, which we call a break and retest or a continuation. Let me give you a reference. Here you go in plain sight. We have a higher high, a higher low, a higher high. We have a retest back into the previous high, then a continuation. A break of this previous high, a retest back into it, and then a continuation. A break above these highs, a retest back into it, and then a continuation. So I'm just looking for the same pattern to repeat itself. Literally. That's about the easiest way I can explain it. So I'm looking for that to happen again right over here. You see we have a break above these highs over here, a retest back into it, a continuation, a break above these highs right over here, a retest back into it, and I'm looking for another continuation. Once price give me the break and retest, I don't just enter off of the retest immediately. I need to see the retest happen with confirmations. Because if the lower time frame doesn't give me a confirmation that that retest is going to hold, then I don't take the retest, because 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a fake out. So now you might be wondering, what are my confirmations? My confirmations are simply just the lower time frame setting up with a reversal pattern supporting the higher time frame bias. My daily is bullish, 4 hours bullish, 1 hour is bullish as well. I want to see my 5-minute go bearish. So I want to see this push down here, show clear lower lows and lower highs on a 5-minute time frame. And I want to wait for this 5-minute structure to shift bullish before buying. Because if the 5-minute shifts bullish, that lets me know that the 1 hour time frame has a higher chance of coming up to retest this high, just because my 5-minute shift bullish first. Okay? So down to the 5-minute time frame. And I want to see the 5-minute structure. So I want to see my 5-minute go bearish first. My 5-minute went bearish. How do I know we went bearish? Because price took out this low right over here. This was the lowest point before making a new high. As you can see, price created some lower lows and lower highs here. Boom. And then we have a push up. This push up took out these previous highs left hand side, making a new high. This was the lowest point before making a new high, and then price eventually took out this low. Once price took out this low, you see that the momentum of the overall market in this area shifted from making new highs to making new lows with this low here. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Once again, price is still making new lows. So now that I know that price is still making new lows, I am looking to take a buy. But I don't want to take a buy while price is still making new lows. I want to see price shift back into bullish structure before taking a buy. So what I'm waiting for now is for price to end up taking out this lower high here after price taps this level, I'm waiting for price to take out this lower high here. If you take out this lower high here, I'm anticipating that price could fill the rest of this range, because this will be price shifting from bearish structure to bullish structure, where buyers are regaining control above this overall level, and then we can look to fill in the rest of this range to the left hand side to create that equal high on this 1 hour time frame. For my first target, and then I have another target all the way up here at this structure point. If I go to the 4 hour time frame and look all the way left, this was the last area that price previously rejected off of, being these rejections right over here. So that's my overall target. So that's the trade idea that I've have marked up on the screen here. Hopefully I explained everything pretty well. Break of structure. Yeah, I trade break and retest. Yeah. So yeah, break of structure. Does this actually work and you get money? I want to start, but I don't know how. Yes, it does work. Yes, you could get money, but it doesn't work for everybody. Trading is not for everybody. Disclaimer: 95% of traders that trade do fail as a trader. And inside the 95%, that's everybody includes, if you ever took a trade at any given point in time, you are considered inside that percentage. So somebody that took one trade and then quit, they are still considered inside that percentage tally. So technically, even though they quote unquote failed as a trader, they didn't really learn how to trade because they only took one trade. They didn't give it a chance to develop. Things like that. But disclaimer, 95% of traders do fail. So I'm not telling you that to scare you away from it, to let you know that it's hard, because it's not really hard. It's just test your character, right? It tests your trade. Learn how to be a trader, test your character. So you could make money off of trading, but don't think coming into the market as a beginner you're going to be making money. As a beginner, you're not going to be making money. I've been trading for almost 5 years. The first 2 years, I was losing money consistently. 2 years straight of just me just putting my own money in the market and losing. But that was, I look at that as like cost of doing business, right? I looked at that like, okay, this all of these times I was losing money, those are lessons to make me a better trader. And then eventually, once it clicked, I'm going to recoup all my losses and more. And now I've done that. Do you trade alts or meme coins? No, I trade alts and meme coins are too risky for me. Right, they get rug pulled a lot. In the crypto space, there's a lot of sketchy stuff going on. In the crypto space as well. There's a lot of fundamental stuff that you need to know. So I don't really dab into crypto when it comes to meme coins or altcoins. I do dabble into crypto when it comes to XRP and Bitcoin. But other than that, I just trade futures and Forex currencies. That way I could ignore the fundamental side of trading and focus on pure technical analysis and don't have to worry about getting rug pulled from a shit meme coin. Hopefully that answered all of those questions. Yeah, you could make a lot. You could, I've seen people make crazy flips in the altcoin and meme coin space, but it's too much randomness for me. So I just stay away from it. Like I found success trading Forex and futures, so I'm going to stick to what I know. Geo analysis, please. I got you. Where did you start? Any advice? Any books or videos? Yeah, I'm gonna do that right after I do this geo analysis. For geo analysis, I start off on a daily time frame. Let's clear this is my chart from yesterday. So we can clear my chart and do it all over again just to give you a fresh chart. But it's gonna look exactly the same, to be honest. Daily time frame, I want to know if we're making new highs or new lows. We are making new highs. You might be wondering, how do I know we're making new highs? Because price took out this low here where we were making new lows. Have a lower low, lower high, a lower low. Price eventually took out this high here. We decided to make a new high. This push right over here is higher than the previous highs. Lets me know that buyers are in control. So we are making new highs on the daily time frame. That's very simple. Then I'll do that same thing on the 4-hour time frame as well. But then to the 4-hour time frame, ask myself, are we making new highs and new lows? We're making new highs. How do I know? Well, price took out this low down here where we were making new lows. This was the highest point before making that low. As you can see, this was the highest point before we took this low. This highest point got taken out, meaning we were making new highs. And as you can see, price just continued making higher highs over and over again. This high up here is significantly higher than this previous high. Look at the left-hand side. So this lets me know that buyers are in control on the 4-hour time frame as well. Then I'll do the same thing on the 1-hour time frame. Go to 1-hour time frame, ask myself, are we making new highs or new lows? Answer is making new highs. How do I know? Because price gave us a impulse up to the upside here, breaking above this previous high to the left-hand side. Then gave us a higher low right over here, and then a new higher high. This high that price is currently at up here is significantly higher than this previous high looking to the left-hand side. So we know that we are making new highs on 1-hour time frame as well. Very, very, very good market. Daily time frame is overall bullish. 4-hour time frame is overall bullish. 1-hour time frame is also overall bullish. All three of those time frames are making new highs. There's no point of me ever trying to sell something that's making new highs on 3 different major time frames. I'm not looking for sales nowhere at all. Even if price starts to drop, I will look at that like a retracement, a short-term retracement to set up for long-term buys. I'd rather catch the overall move of a market than just the intersection volume. That's just me personally, because it's higher probable when you go on the direction of the overall market instead of just trying to fade that retracement. Okay. Now that I know I want to buy overall, where I establish my bias, now I'm going to look at areas where I will want to buy based off breakup structure. So how do I determine my areas? I trade off of support and resistance. Okay. I mark off my current high, meaning this is the current highest point that price has been before without breaking it. Mark off my previous high, meaning the previous highest point price win that just got broke. So this is the previous high. Price just broke this high and never took out the low before that. So this is my previous high. Then I like to mark off my previous higher low as well. So this was the previous lowest point before making that new high. So I mark off all three of these: my current high, my previous high, and my current higher low. Okay. As you can see here, this was a break and retest of this area. And then we had a continuation. Now I'll be looking at this break and retest of this area and the continuation. So we have the break already. Price didn't quite give us a retest. It tried to give us a retest here. This retest wasn't steep enough. I wanted to see a deeper retracement. This is what I was looking at yesterday. But I didn't get a trade here because the retracement didn't come steep enough. Even though the push did still happen as I was looking for it, it just didn't give me an entry. There's going to be times where price pull back close to your level, don't quite get there, and then continue in the direction that you intended it to go. But it's a part of my system, so I don't take the retest until it gives me a deep enough retracement. This retracement wasn't deep enough, so I simply just didn't take this trade. Even though it did play out, it's okay. You're going to miss opportunities. So my idea stays the same though. I'm still looking for a price to retest this level to continue up. So based on my GU analysis, I'm looking at GU buys. If we get a pullback into 1.36200 flat, if we don't pull back this deep and it just stops here and then continues higher, I will wait for this same setup to happen here instead. So a break, a retest, and a continuation. A break, retest, and a continuation. But as far as sells, I don't want to sell GU at all, just because our 4-hour time frame is making new highs, 1-hour time frame is making new highs, and our daily time frame is making new highs. In order for me to sell GU, I need our 4-hour time frame to make a new low first. And where does that happen at? This is the lowest point before GU made a new high. So I won't be looking for sales until price come all the way down here and take this low. I am strictly looking for opportunities to buy up in this area. Hopefully I explained that without talking too fast. Hello, can I start? Can you start what? Are you hiring? No, I'm not hiring. Where did you start? Any advice, any books or videos? Yeah, so I started on YouTube. This is where I tell all new traders to go when it comes to learning on YouTube. No matter what it is. This person I'm about to tell you to watch is controversial in the trading industry. Some people say he's a scammer. Some people say he's not a real trader. I learned a lot from this person. I don't care if he's a scammer or not, just because I'm not buying nothing. You can't scam somebody for free, right? You're not losing shit, okay? He posts a lot of free content. I learned a lot of my fundamentals from fundamentally how I trade based off of this person right over here. And everything you learn in this video is going to cover the basics. It's not going to teach you exactly how to be a trader, but it's going to cover the basics fundamentally. That way you understand what you watch when you come to watching live traders. I think you will learn the most watching people that live trade, not necessarily just me specifically, watching other people as well, just because you get the real raw reaction of what it's like to actually buy and sell in these markets. You get to see how that person manages emotions. You get to see how that person practices his patience. You get to see how that person manages risk. You get to see how that person do everything as far as trading. So it's important to watch people that live trade, not just videos, because I can show you a trade strategy that hits a 1 to 5 risk to reward, right? And say, oh, this is the best strategy in the world in a YouTube video. But you won't see me take that same setup and lose 6 other times before I post that one video. And you're going to be looking at the video like, oh, this strategy is goated. He just made 1 to 5 risk to reward. But in reality, I just lost 6 other times that you didn't get the chance to see because I didn't post it on YouTube. So it's important to watch people that live trade because you get the real raw reality of trading, not just the flashy or the stuff like that. You get the real education from live traders. But inside this video, you will learn everything that's beginner friendly to get your feet wet as a trader. He's going to explain what is trading. He's going to explain the trading tools, like how to navigate TradingView. He's going to explain drawing on a chart, basically how you see my rectangle tools and stuff like over here, basically just chart analysis. He's going to explain how to identify support resistance level. I trade support resistance. People draw them levels differently, but he's going to give you the basis on what support resistance actually is. Then you can look up a separate video of how to draw support and resistance level, or you can come to the live stream and I will show you how I personally draw my support and resistance levels, right? But foundation stays the same. He's going to go over position size calculator. Basically, this is just how you calculate your risk, knowing how much you're risking per trade and how much percentage that is on your account. Basically, tapping into risk management a little bit. He's going to tap into Forex Factory. This is just understanding fundamental news and how that is going to affect your trade because you're trading economic currencies. He's going to go over MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. That's really outdated. Nobody uses that anymore. Everybody uses Trade Locker or TradeObate, to be honest. So that's really useless. He's going to go over price action trading. That's just trading pure candlesticks. That's basically what that means. He's going to go over this basically just everything just fundamentally to learn as a trader. And this is not where I started at because I started I started 4.5 years ago. But I think I watched this video even after I already knew all of this stuff. I just watched it just to see like what kind of content it was, whatever. And this is by far the best beginner's guide video that I have ever seen in my 4.5 years of trading that explains everything in detail and it gives you an animated version of stuff. That way you are engaged and it's like entertaining, not just you just sitting there watching people talk on the chart, whatever. But it's going to go over some chart times, going to go over how to identify a trend in market structure, identify a bullish trend versus a bearish trend, things of that nature. He's going to support resistance. He's going to go over understanding candlesticks, meaning to open, the close, the body, and the wick, and its importance. Going to go over chart patterns, indicators. Don't really need indicators. I don't use any indicators. Fibonacci retracements, like everything fundamentally basis. He's going to cover this. That way, when you watch people live trade, you understand the terminologies and stuff that they're saying, and you have a clear understanding of what it is. I think I just went on a little rant just now, but whatever. Is this for day trading? Yes, this is for day trading. I've seen him. He's really good at explaining the basics. Yes, exactly. So for new traders, I definitely recommend new traders watch that 3-hour long video. You don't gotta watch the whole 3 hours in one sitting. You can break it up 2 hours a day, or it's like 4 hours. 2 hours a day and split up into 2 days, or 1 hour a day or something like that. However much free time you got on your hands. Perfect. I've been in the buy since Sunday, so you just gave me the confirmation to hold. Thank you, no problem. US 40, I can do US 40 in a second. How much have you made in an hour? Not about how much you make in an hour. It's about can you consistently make withdrawals every single month as a trader, right? It don't matter how much you make in 1 hour if you lose everything you made and more the next hour. Having that mindset of how much you make an hour as a trader is fundamentally wrong, and you're going to get cooked trying to come into the trading space trying to make what you make an hour, to be honest. ICT, no, I don't watch ICT. So what to use instead of Forex Factory? No, I use Forex Factory to look at fundamental news. So I don't know what else to use. That's what I've been using for the past 4.5 years. Have you ever traded gold? Yes. Everything you see here to this, watch this to the right hand side. Let's move my face cam real quick. Everything you see here is what I've traded and what I actively do trade. I trade everything here. You may see other traders say, I only trade NQ, or I only trade ES, or I only trade gold, or I only trade GJ, things of that nature. That is perfectly fine. If that's what's working for you, then keep doing it, right? But I think it's important to focus on more than just one pair, because if you focus on one specific pair, you're going to find yourself taking low quality setups because that is the only pair you trade. Meaning, every session doesn't have continuation. Like it could be an overall bullish session, a bullish market, but just for London session, it could be in a retracement phase. So you may find yourself taking counter trend setups in an overall bullish market just because that's the only thing you trade. Meaning you're taking a counter trend trade, lowers the quality of that trade. But now instead of taking an A+ setup, you're now selling for a B rated or a C rated setup just because that's the only thing you see. So it's important to diversify. To me, it's important to diversify the things that you trade. That way you can only focus on the high quality setups. And if stuff is consolidating, or if stuff is ranging, or if stuff looks choppy, or if stuff is in a retracement phase, or if it's not making clear structure, don't trade it and only trade what looks cleaner. That way you focus on the quality of each given trade that you take, not necessarily just trading one single thing over and over and over again, trying to build reps. That's just my input on it. So yes, I traded gold. That's gold right here, XAUUSD. Yes, it's more about protecting your capital and not giving it back to the market. Correct. Like it don't matter. You can make $1,000 right now in 5 minutes, but you didn't really make that $1,000 until it hits your bank account, you request withdrawal, and then you go spend it. whatever. If you make $1,000 right here in 5 minutes, screenshot and post it on TikTok. Oh, I made $1,000 in 5 minutes. This is using strategy. But then in the next 10 minutes or the next day or the next 2 days, you lose that $1,000. Didn't make shit. So it doesn't really matter. I don't like how this level is getting faked out. So we're going to delete this buy stop. This is just too choppy right over here. I don't like how choppy this price action is. So we're just going to like not take that. I think I'm gonna look for this high to get taken out first. That way we'll be above this overall whole entire range, and then we have clean candles to the left to fill to the upside. But even if I get an entry like this, I have to have a tighter stop loss. I'm not gonna enter all the way up here and then have a stop loss all the way down here. Like I'll make it a little bit tighter, probably like 5 pips or so. But I no longer want to enter in this side, this chop. So we're gonna delete this buy stop, and we're gonna wait for this high to get took. Let's look at GJ. We were looking at GJ sales before, right? Yeah, we were looking at GJ sales. We didn't have a higher low yet. So I need price to take this high first and then come down and take this low, and then I'll take the sell as we take this low. But if it doesn't take this high first, I don't really want to take this. Or we can look to take the sales after we take this low here. And then we can have stop loss. We have stop loss above these highs up here, about a 32 pip. I'll round this to 35 pip stop loss. Let's look at this trade for our basis. It's about a 1-to-1 for our first take profit. And then we can look to hold a runner down to these levels down here for about a 1-to-3. Yeah, I like this idea. But I low-key want to see this high get taken first. I low-key want to see this high get taken first, then take this low just to get a better entry and a better confirmation. But I will be open to taking this sell as well. What are your thoughts on FTMO? FTMO don't work with US clients no more, but I used to use FTMO about 4 years ago. If you're not inside the US and you can actually use FTMO, they the most legit prop firm and probably been around for the longest, to be honest. Oh, FTO. I don't know what FTO is. I thought you were talking about FTMO. Okay, FTO, I don't know what that is. In your words, can you explain liquidity? Okay, I can explain liquidity, but the way people, thanks for the gifts. The way people trade liquidity, I think is flawed. Okay? Now I'm gonna explain why. Liquidity sits below, in the bullish market, liquidity sits below previous higher lows. If this is a higher low, this is a higher low, this is a higher low. It's liquidity sitting below these lows. Liquidity just means pending orders or stop loss. A stop loss is a pending order. Those people who are buying up here and they have stop loss below here, their stop loss is a pending order. If people have limits sitting right here to even buy, their limit is a pending order. So liquidity is just where money is at for pending orders to get triggered, either getting taken out of the trade, getting take profit of a trade, or even getting triggered into a trade. Those are our pending orders. So yeah, liquidity just unfilled orders, whether it's a stop loss, a take profit, or an entry. Those are all pending orders. Okay, the theory, I'm gonna call it a theory, but the theory of liquidity is liquidity rests below previous higher lows in a bullish market and vice versa for a bearish market. The simplest way I could put it. The way a lot of ICT traders trade is they wait for liquidity to get swept to then take the trade. They say, oh, we got liquidity sitting below this higher low, so I want to see price come down to sweep this liquidity. Then I will look for a fair value gap or a supply level to get filled, to form. Then I'm going to wait for a rebreak into that area, and then I'm going to take the long. That doesn't make sense to me. Reason why that doesn't make sense to me, because if price is making new highs and new lows, and price comes down, quote unquote, sweeping liquidity, right, and takes out this previous higher low, this is just a fucking reversal. So I don't want to sit here and try to buy the reversal, knowing that it's a reversal. This don't make sense to me. That's specifically why I don't trade fair value gaps. I don't trade supply and demand, anything like that, because I'm not going to wait for price to make a new low and break the previous higher low to take a buy. Because in my head, Forex 101, futures 101, price moves in higher highs and higher lows. The previous higher low is a shift in structure. The previous higher high is a breakup structure. That's what you learn. Forex 101. Understanding that I'm never going to wait for price to take a low to then buy. I'm looking for price to take a low. I'm going to wait for that low to get taken and then price give me a retracement and then sell. So that's what I think about it. Just doesn't make any sense. Do you trade meme coins? No, I don't trade meme coins at all. Meme coins get rug pulled too much, and it's too scammy and too unregulated. It's too much randomness going on in meme coins, and too much fundamental base. I would like to trade pure price action based off of candlestick patterns and stuff like that. So I trade more so Forex and futures because there's more regulations in those industries. Is supply and demand the same as support resistance? Kind of. Yes and no. Well, I'm gonna rephrase that. Yes, supply and demand is the same as support resistance, but you draw them differently. So support resistance just mean any turning point in price. So if you have a market that looks like this, each pivot point in price is a valid level of support and a valid level of resistance. Okay? So I just drew support resistance every pivot point in price. That is support resistance. Or areas where you look anticipating price to reject from. Supply and demand, they look for the first turnover candle, the first candle in a shifting structure. So if this was equal highs, we have price taking out this low here. This level of supply would be this first bullish candle before we had a sell-off that took this low. That's it. So this is what the supply level would look like. But me as a support resistance trader, I wouldn't draw it like this. I would just do this overall turning point in price. I don't trade it, so I don't trade supply and demand, so I don't know too much about it. But from what I've heard, or when I tried to trade it, this is how I was taught to draw it. The first turnover candle before a change of character. You have a change of character here. This was the first turnover candle. And pulls down and took out and make it a new low. This is how it looks. But this will be a supply level. This will be a resistance level. Same kind of thing. My allergies is bothering me. Hopefully that makes sense as well. Yo. So NZD/USD, this level ended up failing. GU is giving us deeper retracement. GJ, this level looks like it's holding up a little bit. AU, this level looks like it's failing as well. So good thing we didn't FOMO into this trade here. Good thing we didn't get triggered in this buy here as well. Can you mark out another pair again? Taking notes. Just give me a pair, any pair. It could be anything. I'll mark it out right now. It could be a futures pair or a forex pair. I don't really care. Because I trade pure price action with the way I trade. The way I trade can be applied to any market. I could break down a crypto market like Bitcoin or XRP or Doge or whatever and give you an accurate prediction and price. Just because my strategy is so simple. So I literally can trade anything, to be honest. I'm not saying that to like boost my ego or nothing like that, but my strategy is just so simple. And I trade pure price action. As long as the asset or the ticker has price action, like it has Japanese candlesticks, I can actively trade it or accurately trade it. Wait, run that song back. I didn't even hear it, bro. Euro USD. All right. Euro USD, that's this pair all the way down here. Did I already do one on here? Okay, I did. This is from yesterday. So we're gonna redo it. Hershey, thanks for the follow, bro. Looking at the daily time frame, I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to figure out, are we making new highs and new lows? Okay, 1 second before I break this down. Whenever y'all see me break down a chart, it's going to get repetitive, right? You're going to see me say the same thing over and over and over again. I'm letting you know this right now. So it's going to get repetitive because I'm so disciplined and I only trade one way. There is no other way to trade when it comes to the way that I trade. I look for the same setup every single day. That's it. Okay. So when I do my breakdowns, you're going to hear me say the same shit over and over and over and over again. It's going to get repetitive. Start from the daily time frame. I ask myself, are we making new highs and new lows? We are making new highs. You might be wondering, how do I know we're making new highs? Price came down, took out a low here, made a new low. As you can see, we have a lower low, lower high, lower low. This was the highest point before creating this low down here. Let's take a line, put it over here. See if this high ever got taken out. Price took out this high. This lets you know that this current high over here is higher than this high. That tells me that price is making new highs on the daily time frame. Then I go to the 4 hour time frame, do the exact same thing. Ask myself, are we making new highs or new lows? Okay, price took this low down here. We making a new low back over here. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Price took this high right over here and took this high right over here. This is our new high. Price never took out this low that created that new high. So we're overall making a new high. We're making a new high on the daily. We're making a new high on the 4 hour. And let's do the same thing on the 1 hour time frame. Are we making new highs and new lows? Making new highs. How do I know? Because price making clear higher highs and higher lows here. If this aggressive high all the way up here, price never came down to retake the low that created that new high. So that lets me know we are making new highs on the 1 hour time frame as well. So recap real quick. We're making new highs on the daily time frame, which is a major time frame. We're making new highs on the 4 hour time frame, which is a major time frame. We're making new highs on the 1 hour time frame, which is a major time frame. That lets me know I'm only looking for buys. I'm not looking for sell opportunities nowhere in price. Daily, 4 hour, and 1 hour are all telling me to buy. It's no way I should be trying to take a sell. Even if price sells off from here and drops 20 pips, I don't care about the 20 pips because 9 times out of 10, that sells is happening, drop 20 pips just to set up to give me 60. So why would I risk taking that low quality 20 pip potential trade and miss out on a potential 60 pip trade? Doesn't make sense. So I'd rather just let the sell happen on its own if it decides to sell. Let the buy, and we'll just wait for the buys to set up later on and then take the buys. Very, very, very simple. But now that we know that the daily is bullish, 4 hours bullish, and 1 hour bullish, I want to take buys overall. I simply stay on the 1 hour time frame. I mark off my current high, my previous high, my current high or low. So looking at this price action here, price took this high right over here, gave us a new higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. What I would do is take this same price action, mark off my current high, mark off my previous high, and my current high or low. So now I want to do it. Mark off my current high, mark off my previous high, and my current high or low. And that's how I find my support and resistance level. This is how I find my point POIs, my areas of entry. Right? So one, I'm gonna look for buys. So if we could re-break this current high which is our level of resistance, if we could re-break this resistance, come back, retest it, and then show me, I would look for a continuation higher. That's one setup. Either that, or we pull back into this previous high, because we already got a break back over here. This was the break. We never got a retest. So if price could come down here and retest, continue higher, I would look to take buys down here. Very simple. I'm only looking for buys. I'm not looking for opportunities to sell. So I'm only looking for, yes, current higher low. I'm only looking for buy opportunities. I'm not looking to sell opportunities because it makes more sense to buy. So even if price does sell off down here, I'm not trying to catch the sell because it may not even reach down here. It may come down here and then go higher. Like, you don't know how deep the retracement is going to be until the retracement done or the retracement slows down. So because I don't know how deep retracement is going to be, I'm not going to try to trade the retracement. I'm just going to wait till I know that it's done. Then I'm going to go with the overall pro trend. And I'll wait for it to happen down here or buy here. Very simple. And then if none of these happen, I mean, we don't get an entry here, we don't get an entry here, and price falls, it continues to fall, I will be open to taking a sell, but not in this area. I need to see the 4-hour shift bearish. Then I will take a sell. And I ask myself, where does the 4-hour shift bearish? Well, I go back to the 4-hour time frame. I look at my current high or low before making a new high. So if this is our current high, because we broke our previous high to the left-hand side, where is the bottom of the push that started this impulse move up? The bottom of this push is all the way down here. So I will only be looking for buys until price come all the way down here below this area. Because buyers on the 4-hour time frame are still in control. Anything in this area is considered retracement phase. Price could could sell off and just give you a fib level retracement. As you can see, this fib level lines up relatively close to our area of support. Gives it an added confluence of this may be a strong magnet for price to go to. Doesn't mean trying to sell into it. It might even pull down to the 618. It might even pull down to a 764 area and then continue higher. Again, the deeper it pulls back, the bigger risk to reward I get to get on the trade. But even if it could give you a deep retracement, like you won't see me trying to catch the sell. So for EU, I will look to buy off of this break retest or buy down here. And as far as sales, I will take sales until sellers regain control in the 4-hour time frame, and that doesn't happen until price breaks below 1.16500. Hopefully that makes sense. Lay back. Can you please explain reversal? I got you. A reversal is just when the market's changing direction. Okay? So, hold on, let me look at my trade idea so I don't miss it. Okay, pretty close. All right, a reversal is just, do you look to buy on the second break in resistance? I'm gonna give you an example in a second. I'm gonna reply to that in a second, Adam. Yeah, I see you have videos on this YouTube, right? Yep. Reversals. So think about it like this. Before you can move in real life, before you move as a person, left or right, there is a center point. Okay? This is an analogy, right? Before you can move left or right, there is a center point. So say my body is a center point, then I have a left arm and my right arm. Okay. Well, I think that might be reversed for y'all for the camera being flipped. Yeah, that might be reversed for y'all. But this is my left arm, this is my right arm. Okay. If I say go left with my hand, and my hand goes all the way this way, right? That's my hand going left. In order for me to go right, I have to pull back to the center point and go past it to go all the way to the right. Same thing for reversals, okay? So if the market is bullish, in order for it to be a reversal or to go bearish, it has to first break the center point that started the main push. So your center point that started the main push is the most recent higher low. So if this was the higher low, in order for this to go from bullish to bearish, price has to first take out this center point, meaning cross the midway point or the starting point of the overall bullish push. That is when the reversal happened. The reversal isn't happening up here. This is just a retracement. You don't know it's a reversal until it reverses. A lot of new traders have, if they try to catch reversals before the reversals happen. Or they try to predict the reversal, and in reality, it's not a reversal. It just ends up being a retracement. Right? A retracement and reversal is two different things. A retracement sets you up for a continuation. A reversal is an overall change in the whole market direction. Okay? So, understanding reversals is the reversal doesn't happen at the top. The reversal happens once price takes out the most recent higher low that shifts the market's whole entire direction. trying to call the top of a market or predict a reversal could happen sometimes, but it's important to understand that it is risky trying to call the top of the market because the reversal doesn't happen at the top. It doesn't happen until price takes out the start of the push that created that impulse leg. Does that plan to fake outs? Yes. That's how people get faked out. They try to call the top or try to predict a reversal, but it overall ends up being a retracement. So price could create equal highs like this, right? And then some people may say, oh, we got some equal highs here. Let's look to take sells. We got a double top. We may have a reversal here. Price does nothing besides make a higher low, putting you a little bit in profit, and then cooks you. Reason being is because this is not a reversal. The reversal doesn't happen until price takes this low. That makes sense? I could even pull it up on Google. Show you how easy this shit is. Why don't I just go to google.com, bro? Double top chart pattern. Images. Okay, let's go back to AI mode. Wrong. A double top chart pattern signals potential bearish reversal. So again, it says potential, keyword potential. You don't know it's a bearish reversal pattern until it happens. Okay? Appearing as a M shape on the price chart after a uptrend, it consists of two peaks at roughly the same resistance level, separated by a through, and is confirmed with the price breaks below the neckline. The quote unquote neckline is just a higher low. They just changed the fucking word. If I go to images and I click on a random image, first top, second top, this is not the reversal up here. The reversal doesn't happen until it breaks the low. Same thing here. The reversal happens here. A lot of traders get faked out because they think this is the reversal and try to predict the reversal before it actually happens. In reality, the reversal doesn't happen until it takes the low. Very, very, very simple. Hopefully you understood that. Let me see if I can show you a chart example. Okay, here. Oh my God, this is just fucking brilliant, bro. Here it is right here. We have equal highs up here. People that kind of sold off of here, predict reversal. Again, you would have made a lot of money predicting this reversal because it overall was a reversal. But you don't know it's a reversal until price break the neckline or the most recent higher low. The most recent higher low is this low right over here. Price broke it, came back up, gave you a retest, and then you look to take sales as continuation. Reversal. Same thing here. Equal highs, neckline. Once price breaks below the neckline, signal universal. You have a one candle retest, continuation. Okay, here we go. Example back here where people were trying to predict the reversal and end up getting faked out. Where did this go? I just saw it. Okay, here. Here you have equal highs. People see rejection here, see a bearish candle. Oh, look, guys, we got a double top. Let's take a sell. We got a bearish candle. Double top, let's take a sell. Stop loss below above the highs. Target the low. Guess what? These traders got cooked. You know why? Because they trying to predict the reversal before the reversal even happens, and the reversal doesn't happen until here. Again, this is not just a reversal. This is not a reversal. All price did was create equal highs, higher low, and a new high. And that's end up being a fake out. Let's find another example. Okay, here we go right here. Hey guys, look, got some equal highs here. Got a bearish candle at a level of resistance. Let's take some sell. Boom. Stop loss above the highs. Target the lows. Guess what? This is not a reversal because the reversal doesn't happen until price takes out the most recent high low that created that high, the equal high. Again, reversal was supposed to happen down here. People sold here, got cooked. Reason being is because all price did was create a equal high, higher low, and a new higher high. And if you just would have been a little bit more patient, waited for this reversal down here, you can see once price took this low, it overall then went down. There go perfect example right over here. Things I understand a lot more now. Playlist, what playlist? A music playlist, bro. I don't know. This is just random playlist, bro. On YouTube. I just clicked on something. Boom got faked out, yeah. Until it breaks the neckline, yes. And don't really get fixated on the neckline, right? I'm saying that to say, like, it's not, even though it is a neckline, don't call it the neckline. Just call it the most recent higher low. Because if you look at it as neckline, you're gonna keep constantly looking for quote unquote necklines. You're not gonna see them as often. But the market is always going to show you higher highs and higher lows, no matter what. Because the market is never going to go straight up or straight down. It's going to always move in wave. So if you just ignore the neckline and just look at it as if it's the most recent higher low, then you will see it everywhere. And it don't have to create equal highs. It could be a higher high. And that quote unquote neckline is still just a higher low. So right back here, instead of looking at it like equal highs here, then the neckline here, I would look at it like higher high, higher low, equal highs, higher low, higher high. Higher low got taken, reversal. That's it. This higher low would have got taken. It would have been reversal, but it didn't get taken. You just wait for the most recent higher low to get taken, and that's going to signal your reversal. The most recent higher low. Fuck the neckline. Just look at the most recent higher low, and that's going to let you know when it's going to reversal. So this level ended up failing, so we didn't get a trade here. This level ended up failing, we didn't get a trade here. Let's see if GJ level can hold. GU is coming back deeper to where I want it to be. Looks like it's setting up for the New York session. This could be a good New York session trade. But we do have FOMC today. I think that's at 2 p.m. Gold is giving us a deeper retracement as we wanted. I'm looking to take sells here off US 30 yesterday, but this level does look risky. That's why this is a dotted line instead of a solid line. I really don't want to trade that, but still could play out. NAS 100. I still want to see a deep retracement here. We're not above the level. Don't really want to trade EJ in that area. We got a break return over here. We missed this trade yesterday. Because it happened during the New York session and I wasn't trading. But this was yesterday's idea. Nothing here, and nothing here. But we almost here. So instead of using the sell side, I'm waiting for 5-minute closure. I'm waiting for 5-minute closure below this low. $2. Thanks for the follow, bro. If anybody want to join the Discord, I got a free Discord community. Just send me a message on TikTok, and I will send you the link to the Discord. I do one-on-one coaching calls on the weekends for one person every week. Or try to do it every week. I haven't been that consistent for the past 2 weeks. But before that, I think I did a few of them every week. I think I did like 5 of them. With 5 different people. But inside the one-on-one coaching calls, we will go into deep dive into your trading strategy, my trading strategy, and develop a plan to show you how to do a trading journal, everything. That way you will be set for the week, and I will follow up with you the following weekend after that one time just to see how your trading week went, what you could have improved at. That's something anybody interested in the live, just message me. Just message me on TikTok. I would say the link, and on a Friday I will post in the Discord who wants to join the one-on-one coaching call. I'll pick a random person that votes me to be on it. Normally I pick people that I see interact in the live stream the most during the week. Then that's how I pick who I end up doing a call with, to be honest. So those big moves are institutions. If that's what you want to call it. Again, that's more so fundamental stuff. I don't really pay attention to fundamental. I pay attention to technical. If a big move happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like the big moves they're gonna come and go whenever they are. Like I'm not here to predict the institutional level. I'm not one of them ITT traders trying to call the biggest move in the market. I'm just here to catch a piece of the move and make some money, 1 to 2% consistently. You're not going to ever hear me teaching and say this is an institutional level or nothing like that. Like, but if it works for other people, then whatever. But that's not how I approach the market, because they're the only ones who can really move the markets, right? So yes, institutions are the only people that do move the markets, but that doesn't mean that every big move is institutional level. I'm not one of the people to try to find a trade with the bank, or this is the institutional level. The banks are trading here at this round psychological number. Like, I don't care about none of that shit. I'm looking at pure candlestick, pure price action, higher highs, higher lows, breaker structures, reversal. That's it. I don't care. I don't give a fuck where they happen at. If they happen, they happen. And I'm looking to execute when they do happen. I wait for 5 minutes quarter below this low here. Then I'm looking to take it down. If you don't get a 5 minute quarter below this low, I'm probably not going to take it. We just hit 700 followers. Let's go. We got a lot of engagement today. I like that, bro. How the water go? Oh, I drunk all of it? Fuck. Damn, I didn't know I drank all that hell. I'm thirsty. I feel like getting up. You got any more questions? It could be a beginner question. It could be an advanced question. Doesn't really matter to me. I'm here to help everyone. This is your long setup? No, I'm looking for shorts. I'm looking for shorts off of this level, but I didn't want to trade inside this choppy range, so I'm now waiting for a closure below this level. So I'm looking for shorts. The longs that I was looking at didn't get triggered, and it overall continued lower, so I just deleted this pending order I had. And now I'm focused on something different. What were your first steps in learning YouTube? Well, actually, I paid for a course, not a course. Well, it was a course, but it was like one of them shits during the pandemic where it was like a MLM, so basically a multi-level marketing scheme. That's what I paid for, and that's how I got introduced to trading. But they really didn't teach me how to trade. Then I went to YouTube, so I think my real journey started on YouTube, and then so my first steps was on YouTube. What did they do? They introduced me to trading and told me the dream of the trader lifestyle, but nobody that was teaching in there knew how to actually fucking trade. So I paid for some shit that didn't even tell me how to trade. They recruited me like, you're going to learn how to be a trader and make this amount of money doing this. woo like that. Just a dream. Yeah, they sold me the dream and then didn't teach me how to trade. But when I started trading, I learned like when I was with them, I was losing money. And as a new person in my head, I was like, well, if I'm losing money, that means this is a real thing. So somebody somewhere is making money. I just don't got the know-how. So understanding that, like looking at it, changing my perspective on it, not looking at it like, oh, okay, they a scam, this shit don't work. I looked at it like, it works, but I just don't know how to do it. So I need to figure out how to do it. Because if I'm losing money, somebody else somewhere just made money. So then I went on YouTube and then YouTube University and watched a bunch of different people on YouTube. And then I picked a mentor, went to buy their course and stuff like that. And then I started my journey. Can you show goal setup? Yeah. Goal setup, daily time frame, overall bullish. How do I know this high is significantly higher than all these previous highs to the left hand side? We all at all-time highs as well. 4-hour time frame, overall bullish as well. This current high up here is way higher than all of these previous highs to the left hand side right over here. Going to 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame just went bearish. How do I know that? Because we have a higher high, higher low, higher high. This pushed down, took out the previous high low, meaning our 1 hour is now bearish. Because our 1 hour is bearish, that lets me know that we are setting up for a 4-hour fit. So meaning our 1 hour just went bearish, lets me know that we are in a 4-hour retracement phase. So now we can see how deep we're going to pull back onto this fib. So I want to take buys because our daily in the 4-hour is still bullish. But I don't want to buy while the 1 hour is just going bearish. It doesn't make sense. I don't want to buy against the 1 hour being bearish. Doesn't make sense. So I need to see our 1 hour go bullish first. Hopefully, we can see lower lows and lower highs pull back down into this area. Then we can take buys as the 1 hour give us another reversal, going back bullish alongside the 4-hour and a daily already being bullish. Once the 1 hour goes back bullish, that will confirm that this 4-hour retracement is now coming into an end. And now we're about to have a 1 hour reversal or a 1 hour reversal inside a 4-hour continuation, giving me a added confluence to then target these highs right up here. So I do like buys on gold, but I don't want to buy while the 1 hour is just going bearish. I want to say a deeper retracement. Knowing that the 4-hour is, just because the 1 hour did just go bearish, lets me know that the 4-hour is in a confirmed retracement phase. But I'm not trying to trade this retracement. I'm just waiting for it to set up for longer buys later on. Possibly off this 3,657 area. Again, I don't want to sell all-time highs. That doesn't make sense at all. Like, I don't want to sell something that's so aggressive. People that try to sell here with this bearish candle got cooked. People that try to sell here got cooked. People that try to sell here got cooked. I don't want this bearish candle right over here to me try to sell, and then I get cooked just like everybody else did that try to sell off of these daily bearish candles. Can you ask who your mentor was? Daniel Savage and Dr. Dollar. Can I ask whose course you go with, and do you think it was worth it? I went for a course. I went with Daniel Savage, and I don't think it was worth it. Not because the course was not valuable. I don't think it's worth it. It's because I learned everything in that course on YouTube before I even bought the course. So when I bought it, I felt like I bought it for nothing because it told me the basics of trading inside the course. And in reality, I already knew everything that was in that course just from watching YouTube. I'm not saying that to discredit his course. I'm saying that to say I already knew what was in the course. Even though I still watched the whole fucking course. Do you draw the fib out on the 4-hour? So I draw the fib out on whatever time frame that it's a fib. Like, you can draw a fib on any time frame, but it's about how you draw it. So if you must draw the fib pro trend to that time frame. So if it's setting up for a 4-hour fib, I would draw the 4-hour fib. If it's setting up for a 1 hour fib, I would draw a 1 hour fib. So it's situational. But I draw it according to whatever. Like I don't always draw on a 4-hour. I don't always draw on a 1 hour. Stuff like that. But when a 1 hour goes bearish and the 4-hour, when a 1 hour just shifts bearish, while the 4-hour is still bullish, I will draw my fib on a 4-hour time frame and wait for the 1 hour to give me another reversal, going pro trend to the 4-hour already being bullish. Whenever I have the 4-hour and 1 hour contradicting each other, meaning one is bullish and one is bearish, or one is bearish and one is bullish, I'll wait for that 1 hour to shift structure alongside the 4-hour, or I'll wait for the 4 hour to shift structure alongside the 1 hour. Is this NQ? No, this is gold. NQ is this right here. NQ and NAS 100 is the same thing. So whenever you see somebody have a NAS 100 chart, it is the same as NQ. NQ, MNQ, NAS 100, they are all the same. They're all just NASDAQ. If I type in NQ and click here, this price action looks exactly the same, just that you have a market open gap. If I click off of it, go back to NAS 100, again, you see the same thing, but you just don't see the gap. If I type in MNQ, same exact thing. Same price action, you just have a market open gap. Press NAS 100, see the same thing, you see the gap filled. W bro, you need a Discord, ran it into your live. You're well spoken, you can explain super well. Followed you, appreciate the follow, bro. I do have a Discord, it is free. Want to join the Discord, just send me a message on TikTok. This goes for anybody. If you want to join the Discord, send me a message on TikTok and I'll send you the link for free. And if you want to do a one-on-one coaching call with me, to where you could actually interact with me and go over a trading plan, risk management, psychology, how to manage the trade while you're in the trade, all that kind of stuff. Give you develop a trading plan and a trading strategy. Give you a trading journal, things of that nature. Join the Discord, and then I do one-on-one coaching calls once a week with a random person from the Discord, depending on how much you interact inside the live stream. And I will post a poll on a Friday and say who wants to be in a one-on-one coaching call for this Saturday or this Sunday. And then you vote. Everybody vote me or not me, whoever case may be, and I'll go through the ones people that voted me, and then I will just select you and say, okay, what's a good time for you on Saturday or what's a good time for you on Sunday? Then I will build my strategy, build the schedule based off of that time. Where do you see NQ overnight? I want to answer that question, but I don't want to answer that question at the same time. Traderholic, buy OD sell, buy or sell. I don't know, bro. I can't tell you the future. Let's look at NQ. Let's look at NAS. On the overnight, I think it's going to sell off. Reason being is because we are at all-time highs. This push up was way too aggressive. Even though we're overall bullish, we have a massive daily doji candle up here at all-time highs. But again, it's hard to predict a reversal off of at all-time highs because there is no previous price action to even develop a rejection area off of. There is no resistance levels up here because this is the first time price has came this high. I mean, it's finding new resistance. It's trying to see if this is going to be resistance or if it's going to hold. If you trade supply and demand, there is no supply and demand up here. There is no supply up here because price has never been this high. If you trade fair value gap, there is no fair value gap up here because price has never been this high before. Okay? So understanding that, selling here is kind of crazy because you're selling all-time highs, trying to call the top of a move, right? Think about this. When this candle was the all-time highs, people that sold here got cooked. When this candle was all-time highs, people that sold here got cooked. When this candle was all-time highs, people that sold here got cooked. When people that sold here at all-time highs, people that sold here got cooked. People that sold here, they made money. People that sold here, they didn't get rid of a good risk to reward. People that sold here got cooked. People that sold here got cooked. Just because you at all-time highs doesn't mean price is going to reverse. So time to call the top of a move is high, extremely high risk. Risk reward is also crazy as well. So you can get a crazy risk reward if you can accurately predict the top of a market. But how many times are you going to try to call the top and lose before you get that one win? You might try to call the top 10 times just to get that one win for a 1 to 12 risk reward. But you're only netting 2% profit because you already lost the previous 10 times you tried to call it. So it makes no sense to try to call a top. So on the overnight, I do think it's going to continue. I do think it should continue down just because we are at all-time highs and we have a daily doji candle. And as you can see, we are in a retracement phase of overall 1 hour trend, bullish trend. But again, the 1 hour trend is still bullish. So I don't want to sell. Price did break above the previous high to the left-hand side right over here and never came down to retest it. Price will never go straight up forever. It's going to eventually come down and give you that retest. Price like to retest previous highs that it previously broke this high, never came down to retest it. So now that it's coming down now, I could see price coming down to finally give you that retest down here. But that doesn't mean I will be open to selling right into it. Because just as well as it could come down here, it could just not and find support here and then come up and re-break these highs. And then give you this break and retest. Right? So in the overnight, I do think it could continue down, but I wouldn't want to sell it, to be honest. We still got no 5-minute closure below this level. Good thing we didn't fumble in that trade. Still waiting for a 1 hour 5-minute closure. This is just overall consolidation. Like, I don't want to trade inside this range anymore. Range looks terrible. This level didn't hold. This level didn't hold. GU is still falling. Cody boy, thanks for the follow, bro. Any more questions in the chat? I'm lucky not like a GG as much as I did before because it's taking too long. Right, it's too much indecision here, right? This should just barcode price action. I don't want to trade inside that range. I think we're gonna replace GJ with GU as far as what am I looking at for today. GU is my new number 1 pair. Toshi? I don't know what Toshi is, bro. Not gonna lie to you. Meme point, check it out. I don't pay attention to meme points. Meme points get rug pulled too much. They're too fundamental, and they just built around hype. All meme coins are built around hype. I'm a technical analysis trader. I'm a real day trader, bro. Not a random meme coin nerd. No, that was kind of crazy. My bad, bro. I ain't mean to cook your shit like that. But like, nah, I'm not a new gen meme coin, bro. Feel me? I like to focus on pure technical analysis, not really fundamental stuff or what's going on in like meme coin space. When it comes to trading meme coins, like you got to do some research and shit, like payments, pay attention to the fundamentals or the story behind the meme coins, and that's too much work. I like to just look at chart patterns. You day trade or trade futures? I day trade. Well, that's the same thing. On YouTube, do you day trade or trade futures? That's the same thing. Day trading itself is an overall style of trading. Futures is a market of trading. So you can day trade and trade futures. You could day trade and trade Forex. You could day trade and trade crypto. You could day trade and trade options. You could day trade and trade stocks. Like day trading is an overall style, and futures is an overall market. But yes, I entered it. I don't day trade. I intraday trade, meaning it's like a different style of trading. On YouTube, do you show your trades from scratch or this is live exclusive? It depends. If the title says live trade breakdown, I recorded that in live in real time, the before and after. If it's like a price action video, I may be referencing a trade that I took on a live stream, or yeah, that's it. 90% of my YouTube videos is stuff that I actually did on a live stream. Let's look. Videos. Okay, yeah. So when I inside this pre-market plan, key zones, and market structure video, all of these trades you see here on the screen, I took all these trades on live stream. As you can see, this is gold. If I pull up my gold chart right over now, and I scroll back to when I recorded that video, those are all of these trades right over here. I took some losses here, took some wins here. Like I don't delete my previous positions. So I use previous trades that I take as a reference point, and I took these trades on live as well. If I go on, wait, did I post it? I know I posted on TikTok. I don't know if I posted on YouTube. Go. No, it might be on TikTok. But the trades that I do take on live stream, I post them on TikTok as well as like short form videos. So if you want to reference it, you could like, but that's mad work to be honest. But see videos like this where it says I call this trade live, like this is a live trading video, meaning as you can see on this screen right over here, you see the price action is actually changing, meaning the time in this candlestick close is 2 minutes 55 seconds. Meaning this is actually in real time. You see my clock at the bottom right hand side, and I'm moving the charts around. Like this is actually a real trade that I'm actually taking. But this is the before. And then this is me fast forwarding it, like of recording the whole entire trade. So if it says live trade, I actually took the trade on live, and it was like a live recording. This video, I used a previous trade that I took as an example to explain what I was talking about in this video. So 90% of videos you see on YouTube from me will be trades that I actually took on live or referencing a trade that I took on live. Also, if you go on my TikTok videos, you will see trades as well. Just like before and after, like in real time. So it's not like pre-recorded shit. Like it's recorded in real time. Because I don't want to edit and all that other shit, bro. Like I'm not an editor, so I try to do everything in real time to make it easy as possible when it comes to me editing and posting it. Hopefully that answered your question. On YouTube as well. So if I said anything that you liked or triggered you, whatever the case may be, or you just didn't quite understand it and you wanted like to revisit the topic, you can go on my YouTube channel, go to lives, and you will see all my past VODs. So this whole live stream today, you can rewatch on YouTube from start to finish, just without the face cam. By the way.
You ain't even believe. I ain't have to watch my back. Niggas really talking. How you think me that I'm black? Nobody took the cat. I seen them all way to get back. You think that I'm black? Let's get it back on track. On all out when it's better twin butter. The couple cut, I put that on my dead brother, yeah. He puffed on my gut, told him I'm a real mama. Won't say it, but he know I still got real cutters, yeah. Yeah, I'm right back in the Las Vegas, Thomas. I had been down bad inside a dark tunnel, yeah. Put them boys, I found out who my real colors. And who was only with me cause I had dollars, yeah. Fuck, I paid the lawyers out on me and focus. Since I won't have to say a word that I just read.
Tips you can give right now. I'm paper trading and mostly trade gold as well. Paper trading is good, but if you want to fast track your journey as a paper trader or your learning experience, start doing FX replay. But I need to recap with you, Marcus. First. Yeah, so on my YouTube, you can see all my past broadcasts. Cody. Down to 24, 140, 150 area, but I wouldn't sell it into that, to be honest. I would rather take buys on NAS, but I do think it could continue down before going higher. Fast track paper trading, yeah. So to fast track paper trading or get more reps in after paper trading, do FX replay. I want to show you what it is right now. Why my face cam look crooked, bro? What are you gonna tell me my shit was crooked this whole time? Wait, it looks even more crooked now. So open up a new tab on your browser, go on fxreplay.com. Make an account, sign into it, it's free. You don't have to pay for it. Okay. Sign into it, go to game battles over here, press new battle, casual, next. Start off with like 100K account, duration 10 minutes, max participants 1, and do whatever you want to trade. So if you want to put gold, put XAU, press next. Do your profit target at 10%. Do your max drawdown at 10% to treat it like as if it was a prop firm. Do your max risk per trade 1%. Max daily drawdown 5%. Press next, create, and this will put you in a random point in price on gold. Of real market data that actually happened in probably years ago. Like, it's not going to tell you where it's at. All right, random point in price and gold, and you treat this just like as if it was an actual trade and trading view. That way you get more reps in at a faster pace when it comes to learning and journaling. So once you get here, do the same thing how you normally do. So me, I will go on a daily time frame, decide if I'm making higher highs or higher lows. In this case, our daily time frame is making highs. How do I know that? We're making it break above this area here. Do the same thing on a 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, I know we're making new lows. How do I know that? We took out these lows over here. 1-hour time frame, we're making new lows. How do I know that? We're making a new low right over here. So 4 hours bearish, 1 hour bearish. I want to sell overall rather than buy. Make sure this time down here is based off of your time zone. For me, I'm Eastern Standard Time, so I like to say New York. That way I make sure I'm only taking trades within my time zone for my session. So London session, this is 9 a.m. This is New York session. I don't actually, before we get to that, mark on my chart. So this is my current low. This is my previous low. This is my current lower high. It would have been breaking retest off of this area or breaking retest off of this area. This is what I've been looking for. Wait for 1 hour candlestick closure below. Let's change this to about 1 hour time frame, 1 hour in data, and on a 1 hour time frame. And let's play one candlestick at a time. Go to 1 hour closure, wait for a retest, got a retest. I've done to the 5-minute time frame and slow this down. Let's go 5 minutes. Let's wait for a better retest. Okay, it just went without me. No real retest. Which is fine. Let's just continue. Okay, we get a retest right here. Can they give you a deeper pullback? Get deeper pullback. I like the deeper pullback. I don't like it too much because we just took out this high here. I really don't like that as much. What time of the day is this? London session, this is New York session on Monday. Let's continue. I'm still looking for sales. Okay, never gave me a sell. We're not taking a trade here. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, we're now going bullish above this area. You know, 1 hour time frame, we're going bullish as well. Just wait for a pullback back into this area for a trend continuation to go higher. Okay, we got a break. See if we can get a retest. Okay, we didn't get the retest we wanted. Instead, we got a new rebreak of these highs over here. Now we got a retest here. Go to the 5-minute time frame. Look at the structure. This is just me fast checking how I trade, to be honest. Let's clear this up. Let's change this to 5 minutes. Go to the 5-minute chart and just play some candlesticks. I want to see this low get taken out. Okay, damn. I was about to say I want to see this low get taken out and then set a buy stop to break this high, but this had to be some kind of news. So this is 8:30. That's probably news. Let's continue. Okay, never gave me a buy entry. Facts. I hope FOMC make that shit dump to the downside. Nah, yeah, I like that. I like that for FOMC at 2 p.m. Okay, 1 hour time frame. Now we're bearish again below this low. So go to 4 hour time frame. This lets me know that 4 hours in retracement phase. Let's do our Fibonacci tool. Draw it from the highest point to the lowest point to measure the pullback. See if we can get buys off of this area. Okay, we having the buys off of this area. Our 1 hour time frame is still bearish, so I don't want to buy while the 1 hour is still bearish. Okay, then we got a re-break. Like everything is happening the way I'm fucking calling it. It's just not giving me an entry. So we got a break. Let's see if we can get a retest. Deeper. Okay, we got a retest over here. Turn up to the 5-minute time frame and look for entries. Go to the 5-minute chart. Okay, I see a potential entry right over here. Let's set a buy stop at a break of the tie. Stop loss below these lows. Go back to 1 hour time frame and target the highs. Let's go place order. Save. Okay, place order. Save. Go back to a 1 hour time frame to see how this trade plays out. We got triggered. We are floating above $500 in profit. Let's continue. See what happens with this trade. Some more profit. Coming back down to entry. Whatever. Make this a little bit faster. Draw down, stopped out. So we said about came relatively close to TP1, ended up taking the loss here. But this is how you fast track paper trading. Let's see if this continues higher or it goes lower. So it's coming back up here. 1 hour time frame is bearish. We want to possibly take some rebounds at the break of these highs up here, to be honest. So my overall idea was right. My stop loss placement was a little bit off. Instead of it projecting off of this area, it gave me a deeper treatment. So I could have got a better entry down here if I was a little bit more patient on this kind of setup, but my idea was right. We did hit the take profit that I wanted to get hit, but price took me out first. Let's look for a re-entry at the break of these highs up here. And continue. Wait, we got another break retest right over here. So let's go to 5-minute time frame. Same exact thing. Okay, I missed this setup. Okay, I missed the setup. This setup would have been entry at the break of this lower high right over here. Or by continuation. That was below the low, target the same high. But that setup would have won, but overall I missed it. We're getting a 1 hour closure above this area here. Let's see. So you got a 1 hour closure above. Let's wait for a retest. Deeper retracement. Hello? Come deeper for me. Don't go without me. Okay, deeper. Go to 5-minute time frame. See our price section. I'm like about to break these ties up here. They never gave me an entry. Avoided a fake out. Let's go. Okay, I lied. I went too fast. It did give me an entry. It should have been right over here. Stop loss should have been below this candle. And look to target these highs. And then do the same exact thing. I got faked out again. Let's see. It gave me a re-entry. 1 hour time, 1 hour candle closing above. Can we go to the 5-minute again? Let's adjust stop loss and target these highs for about a 1 to 2 risk reward. Place order, save. Deep in profit, TP hit. Okay, we've got a recovery trade. That was a good setup. So again, once again, I fucking lost the trade because I got thought out too early. Stop loss placement was bad, but my overall directional bias was right. But that's how I fast track paper trading. Instead of actually come to the charts every day, learn analysis, try to predict the markets, just go on FX replay and backtest like this. This is how I backtest as well. Hey man, do you live trading on NASDAQ? Yes, I do live here on NASDAQ. Appreciate it, no problem, bro. And this is free. They do have a paid version where you get to use more features, but this is the free version. And you can do a competition where it's be you and somebody else, and y'all could have the same profit target and same thing, and trade different price action on the same pair, and then see who trade who hits the take profit target first, like that. I do that as well within my friend group to add some kind of fun to it, to make it a little competition. Yeah. Oh, this is what I like to say about trading all the time. The market can either go two ways. The market can either go bullish or bearish. It can either go up or down. There is no in between. There is consolidation phases, but inside those consolidation phases, it is still either going up or down. Once you understand that, it's important to understand that all you have to do as a trader is be on the right side of the market. Once you have a good sense of being on the right side of the market, all you have to do is perfect your entry. If you're on the right side of the market, you already completed 50% of the job. And the reason why I'm saying that now is because, as you can see here, this is a live example of it. I took a trade back over here. I lost a trade, but I was on the right side of the market. Meaning, my directional bias was right. We were still bullish, just that I got faked out off of this level. Instead, it came give me a deeper retracement into this level. So knowing that, next time I just have to refine my entry. Keep the same strategy, keep the same levels, keep the same biases with understanding that, but just get better with stop loss placement and entries. Same thing over here. I took a trade over here. Stop loss placement was a little bit off. Price took me out before continuing up. My directional bias was right. I gave the trade a second chance, and then I had a 1 to 2 risk reward, 1 to 2.3 risk reward. I lost 1% here. I made 2.3% here, so I net 1.3% off of these two trades. I lost 1% here. But as you can see, the P&L floats here as well. So based off of these three trades, I'm only up $280 on a 100K account, but that's only 3 trades. But that's why it's important to have a keen sense of direction. If you know how to pick the direction right, and you're on the right side of the market, most of the time, you're going to be profitable. That's it. If you're losing trades while you're on the right side of the market, it's just because your entry was a little bit off, you were a little bit too early, you were a little bit too aggressive, your stop loss placement off, or one of those things. That's really it. And it's easier to figure out why you're losing, knowing that you're on the right side of the market. In any case, you're losing when you're on the wrong side of the market, it's easy to notice how you lost as well. Your direction bias was just wrong. You just got caught in a reversal. That's why I like to say I have the easiest trading strategy, because it's easy to understand and it's easy to critique when you coming across losses. More impressed I understood all of that. Yeah, I was kind of talking kind of fast, to be honest. I was just trying to speed run because I really wasn't trying to back test just now. I was just speed running it just to try to give you an understanding on what it's like to trade with FX replay. But it's basically the same like paper trading, but you could actually, but the only difference is you actually see your P&L, you actually see how much you're risking per trade and things of that nature, all on the screen with you. And you actually have to press buy or sell. And you could just edit the time frame to where as if you wait for the 1 hour close or the 5 minute close or 50-minute close. You could just actually click that and play it one candle at a time. That way you don't got to sit here for a whole hour wait for hourly candle close. Inside 1 hour, you could have took 10 trades doing FX replay, trading the same strategy with the same actual real price action that is close, not close, that actually happened in real time. Let's go back to it again real quick. Game battles, new battle ID, casual, next. Let's go back to gold, XAU, USD. Go back to gold, max participants. Once I want to be by myself, make it a 100K account. Let's go next. Profit target, 10%. Max drawdown, 10%. Max drawdown, Like day journal, 5% risk per trade, 1% risk per trade. Next, create. Gonna be a random point in price and gold again. Ready, battle starts now. Go. Let's delete the volume indicator. I don't want that on my screen. But as you can see, this was Tuesday. And if I change the date, the time frame here, today's, this is Wednesday. Let's go if I go to weeks. 1 week. It should tell me the exact date. I forgot how I did it. Last time it told me the exact date, like 2014, August 8th. It told me the exact date. I forgot how I did it the last time. Where the fuck is New York at though? Hello? There you go. Is it in the setting? Date format. Bro, it's not telling me. Fuck. I forgot to do it. Fuck it. I'm still confused on how to find entry. I enter how to read this trend, but still confused. Finding highs and lows. Still confused on finding highs and lows. We're looking the highs and lows from different time frames. Okay, I'm gonna give you an analogy I always give all the time. Let me pause the music real quick. This is the game of how I trade. Can I do this from my phone? I'm not sure. This is this theory on how I trade though. So hypothetically speaking, say I'm a street hustler in Times Square, New York, and I host a game. There is no hidden rules to the game. Everything I explain to you right now is going to be the rules of the game. You are the person that's playing the game as a gambler. Okay. I inside this game there will be a brown paper bag, and there will only be 3 crayons. 3 crayons, brown paper bag. I will put the crayons inside the brown paper bag and shake the bag up. You, as the player, are to put your hand in the bag and pull out one single crayon. The crayon's either going to be one of 2 colors, red or blue. But before I put the crayons in the bag and let you put your hand in it, you will be able to see how many crayons are red versus how many crayons are blue before I even put them in the bag. Okay? Hopefully you understand that. Hypothetically speaking, say you come to play my game, you bet, say, $100 to play, right? That's an admission fee. If you win, you get the right color crayon, I give you back 200. You pay me 100, I give you back 200. That way you net 100 profit. Okay? You come to play my game, I tell you there's 2 blue crayons in the bag, 1 red crayon. 2 blue crayons, 1 red crayon. I show you them. There was no hidden rules. The colors cannot switch once they're inside the bag. I show you 2 blue, 1 red. Put them in the bag, shake the bag up. Before you put your hand in the bag and pull out 1 crayon, you gotta place a bet. Are you gonna bet you're gonna pull out a blue crayon or the red crayon, knowing that there's 2 blue and 1 red? Isaiah, thanks for the follow, bro. Market's closed, get some rest. We gotta be up in the morning. I trade London session, bro. Blue. Exactly. Why do you want to pick blue though? You have more, yes. The probability of you pulling out a blue is a lot higher because there are more blue in the bag. There are more options of blue in the bag than there are red. It doesn't mean sometimes you're not going to pull out red. Right? There is still a small chance that you're going to pull out red. That is okay. That doesn't mean bet on the fucking red. There's only 1 red in there. So now I'm gonna tell you how does that analogy reference to trading. Each time frame represents a different crayon. The daily time frame is its own crayon. The 4-hour time frame is its own crayon. The 1-hour time frame is its own crayon, right? Understanding that, the colors of the crayon is determined by the structure of that specific time frame. So if the daily time frame is making new highs, that is a blue crayon. If the 4-hour time frame is making new highs, that is a blue crayon. If the 1-hour time frame is making new lows, that is a red crayon. Okay. Now that I know there are 2 blue, 1 red, ideally, and I'm betting because I'm the trader, I'm gambling, I'm putting my money behind whatever color crayon I pull out of the bag. I'm betting that if I buy, I'm going to have a lot higher chance of winning the trade rather than if I sell, just because I know there are more time frames telling me to buy opposed to the time frame telling me to sell. Very simple. So that's why I look at the highs and lows on different time frames, because that is me building a story, building the probability of me picking which way I want to go up front. Each time frame has its own trend. Just because the daily is making new highs doesn't mean the 4 hours is going to be making new highs as well. Because the 1 hour is making new lows doesn't mean the 4 hours is going to be making new lows as well. Each time frame tells its own story. You have to look at each time frame individually as its own structure. That's why I look at the highs and lows on all of those time frames, because I'm looking to determine which way I want to go first. Based off of how I trade, I need to see everything happen in order as a sequence of events. First, I need to establish my direction. I can't do that unless I know what time frames tell me to buy, what time frames tell me to sell, and how many time frames tell me to buy versus how many tell me to sell. I will always go to the way that supports the higher probability, meaning the more time frames tell me to buy, I'm going to buy. The more time frames tell me to sell, I'm going to sell. If there is in between, then I'm not going to do nothing until the time frames shift. Once I determine a direction of bias, or rather I want to buy or sell on a day, then I go into structure levels. Yes, I got you. Would you be able to explain that again on FX? Yes, I got you. But once I establish my time frames on my direction, then I go to levels. Okay, now that I know that I want to buy, my question to myself is, where do you want to buy at? I'm not going to just buy at a random given time. I need price to reach a certain point before buying. We call those POIs, point of interest. I don't really call them POIs, but that's the most common term that most people use, POI. I call them AOE, which is an area of execution. But whatever. Once I have my direction of bias, I have to determine a AOE, an area of execution, an area I need to see price reach to before I look to trade. I determine those levels based off of support and resistance. So when I determine those levels, and also I determine those levels on the 1 hour time frame. You're not gonna see me draw them on a 4 hour. You're not gonna see me draw them on a daily, stuff like that. I'm drawing those specifically on the 1 hour time frame, because I don't want to wait for price to pull back to a 4 hour level. That's too long. I'm not a swing trader. Okay, I'm not a fucking position trader either. Not holding trades for 4 days. I don't need to see it at a daily or a 4 hour level. I just need to see it at a 1 hour level because I am an intraday trader. Okay, so I draw my levels on the 1 hour time frame. Once price get to those levels, then I go to the 5-minute time frame to find a entry. If the price never get to the level, then I never get to the 5-minute. It has to happen in order. I don't look for entry until price get to the level. If price is not even at the level, I'm not even looking for an entry. Once price get to that area, then I wait for the 5-minute time frame to go counter trend to the way I want to go. If I'm looking for buys, I want to see price break above the level. I want to see the 5-minute time frame show me new lows pulling back into the level. And I wait for those new lows to slow down in momentum and shift bullish alongside the overall 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily already being bullish. And that's how I used it as entry. Now I'm going to show you on FX replay, and I'm going to do a little more detailed approach this time and not try to fast track it. I can't type, bro. Fuck. Duration 10 minutes. Max participants 1. Let's do it on gold. You said you trade gold, right? We're gonna do it on gold. XAUUSD. Profit target 10. Max drawdown 10. Daily drawdown 5. Max risk per trade 1. Save. Create. Okay. Start off on a daily time frame. Let's delete the volume indicator because I'm gonna use indicators. Don't need it on my screen. Just to clear it up a little bit. Daily time frame. I'm asking myself, are we making new lows and new highs? I want to say new highs here. Reason why I know we're making new highs, because we were making new lows back here. If I draw all of these out, you see price made a new low here as well. This was the highest point before making a new low. Eventually, price is coming to take out this high. So I want to say new high. We're making new lows with potential to make new highs. So daily, we're going to say bearish. Okay? Daily is bearish. We're making new lows overall, but we are pushing up, trying to make a new high if price can close above this area here. So then I go to the 4-hour time frame. I do the exact same thing. But the lower the time frame I go, the more recurrent I get to price. As you can see, price took out this lower high here. I'll draw it all the way out. Boom. This is where we went bullish. Once we went bullish, we have this. This push up took out this high over here. It took out this high over here. And it took out this high over here. All of these highs got taken out off of this one push. So 4-hour is making new highs. So daily is making new lows. 4 hours making us new highs. It's a little bit 50-50 right now. Let's go to a 1-hour time frame and see what the 1 hour is doing. My fucking nose is itching because of my allergies, bro. Fuck. Okay, 1 hour time frame. Already making new highs and new lows. The lower time frame I get, the relatively close I get to current price, we're making new highs. How do I know? Because this high is higher than this high, and this high is higher than that high. Very, very, very simple. So 1 hour is bullish, 4 hours bullish, daily is bearish. So meaning one blue crayon for the 1 hour, one blue crayon for the 4 hour, one red crayon for the daily. Ideally, more blue than red. I want to be looking for opportunities to buy. That doesn't mean I buy at any random given point in time. Then I draw my levels. I draw my levels on a 1 hour time frame. So we're going to stay here. We're going to do a current high, which means the current highest point in price. A previous high, meaning the previous highest point in price, meaning the highest point before that was made before this current high. Then a current higher low, meaning a most recent higher low in price. As you can see, when price broke above this previous high back over here, it came back to it and had a trend continuation. Price broke above this previous high right over here. It came back to it and now a continuation, potentially. So this is what the levels look like. I simply just draw a box around it from the highest wick to the lowest body to get it as a level of resistance, so on and so forth. Highest wick to lowest body, and then highest body to lowest wick for support. And that's how I find my levels. Very simple. Current high, previous high, current higher low. Highest wick to lowest body, highest wick to lowest body, highest body to lowest wick. Boom. Now I know I'm waiting for buyers. Where do I want to buy it? I either want to buy down here or buy here. That's it. But this is already happening, and this is a tight range. So I don't really want to trade this range. This range is not big enough for me, right? I want to see a bigger range to fill. That way I have a better risk reward. I find my targets by looking left. Let's look left at previous price action to see where our next potential rejection area. Above this area, we have another rejection area up here. Highest wick to lowest body. And so make it get back to current price. Go back over here, right? If we take these bodies above here, we can look to target these highs over here. And let's go even higher one. Even bigger range will be highest wick to lowest body all the way up here. Get back to current price. Okay, so now that I know that I want to buy overall, because I have the 4 hour being bullish, daily 1 hour being bullish as well, daily being bearish, I have my levels. Let's wait for price to break and retest one of these areas. So still staying on the 1 hour time frame. Go 1 candle, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many candles it takes. I don't care how many hours it takes. I just need it to happen. I don't want to run trade this area. Like I said before, this range is too tight to trade. I don't like this consolidation. So because I don't like this consolidation, I will overall just delete this level to get it off my chart to make it look a little bit more clean, a little bit more potential. That way I don't confuse people with having a mid level sitting here. And just keep going, waiting for a break and retest of this area. If price takes this low out before it happens, then I will look to the 4 hour to see if we are shifting our bias. But as of now, okay, we broke below this area, meaning the 1 hour higher low. So we go back to the 4 hour. Is our 4 hours to get a higher low as well? No. So then let's know that the 4 hour is in just a deep retracement phase. Draw my fib, draw it from the lowest point to the highest point, just to see how deep this pullback is. This is the 50% retracement. Now I'm looking at it like, okay, maybe we are rejecting off of this area instead. That lines up with a 50% retracement on a 4 hour time frame, meaning 4 hour fib level. Again, now our 1 hour is bearish, but our 4 hour is still bullish, and our daily is bearish. Because there is a gap in between these time frames, meaning our 4 hour is the middle gap, I don't want to trade against it. So instead, what I would do is I would simply wait till the 1 hour either go alongside the 4 hour or the 4 hour shift to go alongside the 1 hour. But currently our 1 hour is bearish. How do I know? Because we just took out our zone here, which we had marked up as our current higher low. So now we're still waiting. Is our 1 hour going to go back bullish, or is our 4 hour going to shift bearish? Okay, now that I see we have equal lows here on the 1 hour time frame, our current lower high, if we could close back bullish, now we can look to take these buys alongside our 4 hour being bullish, and we are rejecting off a 4 hour level. Let's continue to see if we get those buys. If not, it's okay. We avoid a loss. But now you can see our new 1 hour structure is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Still waiting for our 1 hour to shift structure. Okay, boom. Closure above this level. Our 1 hour was going back into bullish structure because we're breaking this previous lower high. A 4 hour is still bullish, meaning still we create a higher high, a higher low. Now we're making a new potential higher high. Now let's continue. We got our break. Now we just need a retest. So this is my AOI, or my area of execution. Now we just need to see price pull back into this area. Let's go to the 5 minute time frame and see this pullback. See if we get a pullback. Got a pullback right over here. Didn't quite get to the level though. I needed a little bit deeper. Probably 1 pip fucking deeper. I would have been looking to take a trade. There we go. There we go. A little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. Okay, boom. We tapped into it here. Now I'm looking at my 5 minute structure. Meaning I want to see my 5 minute go bearish before going bullish to then take a trade. So our 5 minute is already bearish. How do I know? Because we took out this higher low. Now we see lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Simply just set a buy stop at the break of this most recent lower high, stop loss below the overall level of support, or this candle down here. Then look to target the top of the range and have this as a buy stop. Place order, 1% risk, buy. And now let's play this candlestick to see how this trade plays out, or if we even get triggered. We got triggered. Now we enter in this trade, and let's see how it plays out. Saw a little bit of profit. We back in some drawdown, overall consolidation. The trade ended up losing. Inside this loss, we still have a higher high, higher low, higher high, and now we shifted back bearish. That just means I was in part of a fake out. Let's see what happens here. It gave us a new break, a new retest. Let's see if we can come back deeper. Let's go back to the 5 minute chart. I was a little bit premature. Let's see if we can get another trade. Let's see if we get a deeper retracement. Let's go to 15 minute. So it didn't give me a pullback deep enough again. So looking at this trade, let's play it. Okay, here we go. Got deep enough right over here. 5 minute chart. Same exact thing. Buy stop at the break of this 5 minute lower high. As you can see, this is what it looks like. Top loss below these lows. And then look to target the highs all the way up here. Place order, save, change this to 1 hour. See how this trade plays out. Saw some profit, came back down to drawdown, and got stopped out. Overall, directional bias was right. Both times I lost these trades, my stop loss placement was just off. My stop loss should have been below this low down here. I would have never got stopped out, and I would have still been in the trade. Over here, my stop loss should have been below this low right over here. So that just means my stop loss was too aggressive, and that's why I lost those trades. But that's how I trade in a nutshell. My directional bias was right, but my entries was just premature. Stop loss placement was off as well. So going into the next couple trades, I would just refine my stop loss or refine my entry. That's it. Hopefully you understood that. You trade gold too? Yes. Everything you see here to the right of, hold on. Everything you see here is everything that I trade. Let's put my face game back. So gold is XAUUSD. That's this right here. I'm trying to find a decent strategy for it for the past 5 years, but I feel like I'm always back in what? Back and forth, he was about to say. Fire. Yeah. So even though I lost those 2 trades in the FX replay, I was still right about the direction, just that my stop loss was too aggressive. Back and forth with it and just trying to find the one that just sticks. What strategies have you tried? Out of curiosity. Yeah, I had the right direction, just a little bit off with stop loss placement. But when it's trading like that, it's easy to know, it's easy to figure out why you lost. And then I just had to refine and adjust to market condition. I guess my entries and exits just need to be sharper, and I have the same issues, stop losses, supply and demand, breakup structure, and breaking support and resistance, and also the fib. So all of those are very solid strategies. It just depends on your understanding of those strategies, really. Based off of how I trade, those are the strategies I've used. Yeah, I got you. Based off of how I trade, though, I trade support resistance and breaking resistance support resistance with breakup structure. That's it. I trade gold as well. The way I trade, though, I apply to everything I trade, not just gold. I don't have different strategies for different pairs because I focus on pure price action of trading. As long as the chart has price action, I think I can accurately predict price, or at least the direction price will go, based off of pure price action. So I don't trade different strategies for different assets. I'm not going to trade NAS 100 different than I trade gold, or US 30 different than I trade NAS, or EU different than I trade gold, because it's a slower pair. Ideally, as long as it has higher highs and higher lows, support resistance levels, breakup structure levels, I treat them all the same. That's just me personally. Looking at my past trades on gold, last time I traded gold was back over here, because I don't delete my previous trades. If you want to fact check to see if I'm telling you some bullshit or not, you can fact check this if you want to. I take all my trades on live. So these were the 2 trades I took on gold. I lost back over here. Look at the date. This was August 5th, Tuesday. You go on YouTube, go to August 5th, Tuesday, and watch that whole live stream. On YouTube, you see me take these trades. Same back here with July 31st. You want to see if I actually took these trades here. This was a break-even trade. I didn't lose this trade. This was break-even. But these was the gold trades I took. Took 2 losses here, a break-even trade here. This was a win here. I tried to, for 1-4 risk reward, I tried to scale in. Scaling got cooked. Not getting cooked, got broke even. I took a nice gold buy back over here for 1-5 risk reward. I took a nice gold sell back here for a little 1-2. And then price reversed, got me break even after hitting 1-2. Took a cooler 1 to 1.3 scalp here. Took a 1-1 scalp here. I took a 1-3 scalp here. Took another 1-2 right over here. I took a loss here for 1. Did I try to go for 1-3? Yeah. That's my history with gold recently for the past month. But I'm just coming off a 3-week trading break. Like I haven't been, this is my first time back live trading or trading itself in the past 3 weeks. Also, if you go to my TikTok, I think I broke those trades down, to be honest. All right, live trade breakdown, live trade breakdown. It's a GA, NAS, DD, NAS. But where the fuck is them gold trades? I could have swore I did a breakdown for them trades. Well, I thought I did. I guess I did. Whatever. But I do have like YouTube shorts and TikTok shorts of like me live trading and full detailed videos of me live trading as well. Not necessarily, not just a pre-recorded thing, but like me actually live trading, showing you my entry, showing you my stop loss and my TP before I even get in a trade, while I'm in a trade, and how I manage it as it's loading in profit, things of that nature. I feel like for new traders, learning from watching people live trade is the best way to learn, because you can see the raw reaction, not necessarily just people watching people who just post a YouTube video. That's why I live trade more than I post videos, because I think I provide more value from live than I do from just watching the video, bro. But I've been trading for almost 5 years as well. And this whole, when you going live again tomorrow? I used to live trade every day, but I just came off a 3-week break. The reason why I took a 3-week break live stream is because I have different avenues of business outside of trading. 2 other avenues of business outside of trading. That one of them I just started recently, 3 weeks ago. That's why I took a break from trading to focus on that, to get that rolling. Now that I got it rolling and just bringing in some revenue, I'm going back to trading as well. But before I took that 3-week break, while I was getting my other avenue of business rolling, I was live trading every day on TikTok and YouTube. So I'm going back to live trading every day now that I got more time. Appreciate it. I will definitely test on FX. Bet. Probably gonna stay on here for about 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna get off. Cause I've been sitting here for too long, and like, it's no point to be sitting here just watching this consolidation not happen all day, bro. Like, everything is just ranging. GU still not where I want it to be. At the AU level, end up failing, then end up holding. And ZUSD level, end up failing, then end up holding. GJ consolidating. Gold giving me a deeper retracement. I'm looking for retracement into this level. US 30. I don't really want to take this, even though this trade is playing out. I don't really want to take it because it's still counter trend. NAS 100. I still want to see a deeper retracement. EJ overall inside of consolidation. A big consolidation, though, not gonna lie. You could have a pullback back into this area for trend continuation. But again, this price is still not even there yet. GBP Oh wait, hold on. We might have break and retest right over here. Hold on. We already got the break. This is the retest of this major kilo right over here. Do we take this? Let's go to the 5-minute chart. Look at the 5-minute retest. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, we missed this trade opportunity, but the sell would have been at the break of this low. Entry. Stop loss above these overall highs up here. 12 pips. I will round this to 15. And then hold into our new lows. Let's look left. Hold into these lows here. Okay, this risk reward doesn't make sense. I wouldn't have took this. This is only 1-to-1 risk reward. I already wouldn't have took this, to be honest. This looks a little bit better because you have a bigger risk reward and you could trade into this bottomless range. This is a lot bigger range. a lot cleaner. This is a little bit choppy. Looking over here, and we have a lot bigger range to trade. So yeah, I'm not gonna trade that either. GA, don't really want to touch this. UJ, don't really want to touch this. EU, waiting for a deeper pullback. So nothing really looks setting up like it's setting up for me today. So no point in trying to force the trade. We almost had a trade on GJ when price came all the way down here, but waited for a 5-minute closure. Never gave us a closure, so we avoided the loss here. Thanks for taking the time to break it down. No problem, bro. Or pretty much the same thing I've been learning already, but again, it made sense, and watching it live was fire. Yep. I'm wrapping up here. If anybody want to join the Discord that's in the TikTok that I wasn't here earlier, just send me a message on TikTok. I will send you the Discord link. My Discord link is free. Every weekend I do a one-on-one coaching call with one person from my free Discord. We will go over everything when it comes to my strategy breakdown, just like I just did right over here. I don't give you anything. My trading plan, how I manage risk, how many trades I take a day, how many trades I take a week, my risk management plan. I think I said that already. I had some psychology. I will help you develop your own risk management plan and trading psychology, better trading psychology, trading strategy as well. Also trading journal, help you journal your trades and tell you what you should journal and how the proper way to journal. That way you can get to maximize your learning as you're journaling, things of that nature. But that's some of the stuff that you will be getting in the one-on-one coaching. Again, you don't have to pay me for nothing. It's free. What do you trade? Everything that you see to the right on my watch list is everything I trade. Also, to join, to be eligible for the one-on-one coaching, the free one-on-one coaching call, all you have to do is on Friday when I post in the general chat room, I will say who wants to be in a one-on-one coaching call, me or not me. All you got to do is vote on the poll and say me. I will pick. The poll will be up for 24 hours. I will pick one person out of that poll that I see interacting in the live streams the most. Because if you're interacting in the live streams the most, that lets me know that you're serious and you want to learn something about trading, right? You want to take your trading to the next level. If you're not even in the live streams, how do I know you're serious? I'm not going to waste my time when there's other people that's here most of the time or majority of the time more than others that actually want to learn something. So I will rather focus on that person that's actually showing up. Okay? That's how you be eligible for the one-on-one coaching. We'll be doing one person a week. And after that week, I will say I do a one-on-one with you on Saturday. That following Saturday, I will check up on you to see how did you did with what you learned that week and implemented it for that whole trading week. So I will give you a list of stuff to implement, a list of stuff to focus on, what you struggle with, what you do well, point out those aspects of trading in your personal trading. Then once you trade that whole Monday through Friday on your own or watching me live trade, whatever the case may be, I would check up on you Saturday and say, hey, how did you do with this when I told you to look at this better or look at this better? How would you do with this? Whatever it may be. This is a follow-up just to make sure that everything's going good and you still have a clear understanding on what we talked about. That'll be it for today though. I'm gonna live trade again tomorrow, but today looks pretty ass. Gotta stop on this live. No problem, bro. It's your boy Traderholic, yo, and I'm out, chat. Peace. Oh yeah, if you want to revisit anything that I explained during this live that you just missed, just go on the YouTube. Just go on the YouTube. This is my YouTube channel right over here. Got about 830 subs. Go to the live tab and you can see that I'm actually live right now over here now. You see that everything just minus the face cam. Okay, because the face cam is on TikTok. But any of my other past broadcasts you can review. If you want to review other stuff or older stuff, you could. But if you want to revisit anything that I explained on this live that you didn't quite understand, or I'm talking too fast, or you wanted to rewatch it, or whatever the case may be, you can go here and find the VOD. And this goes back. Remember I said I took a 3-week break from trading? Yeah, I used to live trade every day, but then this was the last time I live traded was 3 weeks ago. Now we're back to doing it every day. Yeah. That's your boy Traderholic, chat. I'm out. I'm gonna see y'all next one tomorrow. Same time. Not same time, but tomorrow during lunch session. It might not be 1 o'clock, it might be 2 o'clock, it might be 3 o'clock, depending on what the charts look like. But it will be during lunch session. That's a fact. Thanks for the gifts, Cody. Appreciate everybody stopping by the stream. It's your boy Traderholic in my chat. Peace.